máa ń shout o, mi ò lè pariwo. That's Pablo. Pablo dancing. Ṣẹ̀rí ọ̀rọ̀ ti Pablo, Pablo Kyari, role model to Buhari idiots, cyberbarians. Are you with me? But let's talk about betrayal. When people tell you will be say, you have never been part of all their shenanigans and all the nonsense that they call politics, especially in Yoruba land. Jejeo, you sit down your own jejeo. You dey think how can we get out of this wahala, God? Look at what they have done to us. 22 years of democracy. No electricity, no good roads, no rail system, no good healthcare system. No good schools. Now, joblessness everywhere, crime on the rise, hunger on the increase. You are just there thinking about your life. I've got 3 sons. 2 of them are graduates. They don't have job. I'm still feeding them. What kind of a country is this? Then they brought this Kolu. The man, they want to mortgage your life. They want to mortgage your life to be buying Pampers for Tinubu. Pampers Arugbo for him. That's what they want to do with your future. Now you are like, no, don't, please, don't involve me with this Kolu. Then some Olori Buruku, some Momoale. We call, and it's because of Atenujel, crumb beaters, ass lickers, crumb chasers, all risers. They will not start to blackmail you. That's it, because you are you not a Yoruba man? Have you ever seen the Igbos come out to criticize their own leaders? That is a blackmail. It is not you. Not be you want destroy Tinubu. Don't let anybody blackmail you. Okay? Have you ever seen the Igbos come out to criticize their leaders? Only you, the Yorubas. Tinubu is not your leader. To start with, Tinubu is not your leader. That you are a Yoruba man, and Tinubu Igbin Ragbiji. That never made him your own leader. Just ensure of that, right? Igbos, they don't just criticize their leaders. They try to beat them up when opportunity presents itself. Ask Ekweremadu. If they have chance, they beat them up. They don't talk too much. If they get chance, they will beat them up. How many of you, unboot slaves, obedient fools, sophisticated morons, Lagos Abobakus, how many of you are bold enough to even say and beat up your councillor in your local government, or beat up the local government chairman that is using your money to marry? But what? Because you are unboot slaves. Unboot slaves. Follow. But it's not my fault that you want to still follow Aregbesola and co. They said they are no longer doing follow. Is that my fault? But you can blame me. I mean, if it makes you feel better. But talking about betrayal, the whole thing, CEO, everything looked like yesterday. Something that the Yorubas will say, Ojo no re o bi ana o. When Afenifere was indeed about the Yoruba people, and Afenifere decided then, in their own intelligence, then they decided that the only way to get the best deal for the Yoruba people in Nigeria is to join the political system of that time, democratic system that Nigeria was about to introduce. Meaning Yorubas are going to go into democracy with their own demand, right in their right hands. And if the rest of Nigeria come with their own demand, we will trash it out in this democracy. They started a political party, and it was called Alliance for Democracy, AD. That was what gave Tinubu the platform to become the governor of Lagos State. Many of you know the story, but I don't want to go into that. We are talking about betrayal. But there are some names that should ring bells to you, especially this one, Aregbesola. You know what Tinubu did? Inside AD, the moment some AD selfish, greedy governors, so Yoruba governors, they decided to, after they have failed their people 4 years, Oshoba, give me their names again. We had Oshoba. You had this one that is always smiling from Oshun, Bisi Akonde. You have this from Ondo, Tinubu from Lagos, Adebayo from Ekiti. Who was this guy from Ondo again? Right? They all went to make a deal after failing their people, after they have failed Yoruba people for years. None of them spoke about changing the constitution, restructuring, something they promised the Yorubas in 1999. When they know that they are likely never going to return, they decide to go and make a deal with Obasanjo. That Obasanjo will use federal might. Yorubas will vote for Obasanjo. Yorubas that never voted for, even though Obasanjo was a Yoruba, I mean, he's a Yoruba man. Yorubas didn't vote for him because they didn't believe in PDP agenda. Afenifere was there to give the Yorubas the political platform to negotiate our place in Nigeria. And the people they gave the opportunity to, who call themselves your elder statesmen today, bunch of old criminals, yeah? When they failed, they rushed to Obasanjo, that if Obasanjo could return them, they will ask the Yorubas to vote for Obasanjo. What they asked for was that Obasanjo is welcome to rig election in Yoruba land, and that's what happened. And since they were all out of power, like magic, Tinubu survived. What did Tinubu do? He did not show loyalty to the foundation, I mean, to the party. He did not show loyalty to the Yoruba people. It was an opportunity for them to move. What did they do? They started the slogan, justice. Some of you will know the story very well. What were they called? Justice movement or something. Just like the ones you have now. Bola on your mandate, Bola on your mandate, Bola on your mandate, we shall stand. That's the new one. But in 2004, instead of salvaging AD, the Yoruba party, Tinubu saw the opportunity to betray those who were the Yoruba leaders of that time and to make himself one. And he decided not to build institution. He decided to build people who will be loyal to him. Are you following me? That's not my fault. This happened. So even if you don't like me telling you, but it happened. There is something that happened that led to one thing, to the other, to another, before the people that you said Tinubu made are now going after him. They will destroy him. He's already gone. They are done with him. You don't need to believe me. I don't even need you to believe me. Why do you want to believe me? Just listen. Justice movement or something they were called. Justice Forum. God bless you. People are alive. Look, Justice Forum. And that was that. No more Baba Sokwe. No more Baba Sokwe. They started it. Tinubu started it. You know, he had money. He was governor of Lagos State. He had the money. The people that could challenge him, they were no longer in power. Ogun State was lost. Ekiti, Oshun, Oyo, Lamadeshino, they all lost. So they couldn't challenge him. It was meant to fund that party and get them back to power possibly and continue the agenda of the Yoruba people. No, they said, no more Baba Sokwe. No more Baba Sokwe. That was the first betrayer of the agenda of the Yoruba land. To this Lagos Sabobakus, all this Omoale, they say even if you don't meet Iton, Iton, you will meet Aroba. Aroba is the grandfather of Iton. All of you think we all have a short memories, Abi? No, we don't. Talking about betrayal, Tinubu betrayed Yoruba cause. Tell it to the mountain. Say it to everybody. Tell your children that. And nobody should blackmail you. Okay? You should never be blackmailed into agreeing to a call that his own people have rejected. Don't let anybody blackmail you. Justice Forum. No more Baba Sokwe. No more Baba Sokwe. And that was what spread in Lagos. That was what made them to move. And guess what? They started their own political party. Action Congress, Egbe Onigbale, Eyagbadanu. Who know the song? How many of you remember the song? Action AD is not dead, though. AD still had their own ESCO, blah, blah, blah. Tinubu started his own political party, his own movement, Justice Forum. That was what gave birth to Fashola, Aregbesola, that is the Isaleko Barack Obama. Aregbesola, what's the other guy name? Fake Pastor Ruga Shatabandu, Ikene Shatabandu. And so many of those names you now know. Mamowora, give me the names now. Some of you know them, Sha. Cut the long story short. But their loyalty is not to any political party, but to Tinubu and whatever is Tinubu's political interest. So he became the decider. The thing he condemned in AD, and it was Baba Sokpeo that made him governor. So some of you who remember, what's that guy's name? The guy that should be the governor, that is supposed real Lagosian, Dosumu. What's that guy's name? Something Dosumu. That was supposed to be the real Lagosian that should be the first Lagos governor in 1999. But it was this Baba Sokwe that chose Bola. Bola is a very good guy. He was very, very useful during the Nadeko days. He's a very, very useful, blah, 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 blah. He can do better. Baba Sokwe made Tinubu the first governor of Lagos State. It's a long story, but that's not where I'm going. In 2003, that was when Funshaw Williams was supposed to challenge Tinubu. When he couldn't, because of those, the level of the politics of that time, he ended up in the PDP. And you know what happened to him? They killed him. But anyway, they started AC. He started his own group. And it was from this group in Lagos. Some of them, he made them commissioners. Some of them, he made them senators. He gave them different positions. What he was doing was that he was building them. Then at a stage, he started sending them back to their original states in Yoruba land. Aregbesola, that was commissioner in Lagos State, was sent to Osun State to go and be governor. So that he can take that agenda, expansion, AC, then ACN. So that was how he became the centerpiece of everything. That was when Yoruba agenda died. So Tinubu killed what could have been the Yoruba agenda in this new democratic dispensation since 1999. But some of you don't know. Do you know Tinubu's antecedent? What is the antecedent? I just gave you the facts now. You can disprove that. That's what you should do. You should disprove it. You should not be ranting because you are ignorant. Do you understand? You shouldn't be ranting. Come on, get education. Get yourself a little bit of education. And I just gave that to you for free. First betrayer. He did not just betray the Yoruba elders. He betrayed the Yoruba entirely to pursue his own agenda. That was when he started making himself regional champion because his political expansion project worked. Ojududun time here, people didn't really understand how these whole permutation were done until later, including the courts. We didn't know that Tinubu was getting court judgment. And he was giving the judges, he was giving them choice plot of land in Lagos. He was giving them this landed property here, like houses there, this judge, house landed property there. He was giving them at cheap to get those judgments to encourage his expansion agenda. And what did the people he sent to those places do? Did they make Yoruba land better? Shebi, if you are from Ekiti, can you tell yourselves the truth? How far? 22 years of democracy. Igbos have never ruled Yoruba land. Hausa Fulani have never ruled Yoruba land. Igbos have never written any budget for Yoruba land. Hausa Fulani have never written any budget for Yoruba land. Igbos have never passed any budget for Yoruba land. Hausa Fulani have never passed any budget for Yoruba land. Igbos and Hausa Fulani have never executed any contracts for the government of Yoruba land. Then you can say, now the Igbo senator come there, come collect the money. That's why we don't have electricity. For 22 years, Yorubas have been in charge of the Yorubas affairs in Nigeria because they have not been getting you any better deal. Now, can you tell yourselves the truth? For once, how is Ekiti State? How is Osun State? How is Ogun State, the place I come from? The last time I visited, if somebody told me then that Ogun State just came out of a war, I would never disagree. I'm never going to doubt that. Yes, Ogun State, dusty, dirty, and God. So who do you blame? He did his expansion. At the end of the day, what you got is that some few people who became unscrupulously rich, stupendously rich. Why the people that they claim to be representing in the name of Awolowo, in the name of Bola Ige, in the name of this and that, they continually remain poor. They continually fall into that poverty basket. So it didn't work for Yoruba people. So if anybody says your opposition to Tinubu is because you hate him, can you please explain to them that they should use their senses for once? If you have anybody to blame, then blame yourselves. I'm a Yoruba man, and I will never blame an Igbo man for what Yoruba land is today. I'm a Yoruba man. I will never blame an Hausa Fulani man for what is happening in Yoruba land today. Whether we are safe, whether we are not safe, whether we are poor, whether we are not poor, or whatever is happening to us today in Yoruba land, I won't blame them. You know why? There are people parading themselves as those who represent Yoruba land. Look at them. Are they not comfortable with what is going on? When they are comfortable, what should the Igbo do? What should the Fulani do? What should the Hausa do for you? So maybe if you can think it that way. So they started what they call the justice. And this same man, this is another part of this same Tinubu, he started using his own boys against themselves. You know? Like, you know, when you play chess, some of them are now feeling like, you know, even if you have an ambition, if Ashiwaju say no, Papa, you have to bury it. If you don't, it will bury you. Now, that is the whole thing. But underneath, they are not feeling comfortable. That is why they all this outburst. Banky T, thank you very much, by the way. I appreciate that. You are fearless lion. Talking about lion. That is why they didn't want Nnamdi Kanu to change his clothes. They said the clothes they took to his detention. They said they had the graffiti of a lion. So, and then same thing to Chris. Thank you very much, Chris. Mayegun, we love you. Carry on with their real names. Your words are not diluted, and we don't give a dime. Absolutely, we don't give a dime about what they feel, because that's the best way to tell them how we feel inside. And if it gets them angry, they should be our guest. So this man, Tinubu, started playing his own boys against themselves. And some of them are not comfortable with that. They are now revolting. So he started what they call mandate forum. That is, those are the ones singing now. On your mandate, Bola, on your mandate, Bola, on your mandate, we shall stand. We shall stand on your pampas, we shall stand. On your pampas, we shall stand. On your pampas, Bola, on your pampas, Bola, on your pampas, we shall stand. That's the new one. Now, that one, they are now identifying those they call saboteurs. The people who are trying to destroy Tinubu from within. And they're not going to give up like that. You're not going to bite the fingers that fed you. That's unacceptable. What is more unacceptable is that Mayegun is talking about it. All these things, they wanted it to be Isu Nueku, Isu Nueku, Isu Nueku. That is make our own in-house. Not to shout them. We are not dumb. You can live in denial. It doesn't matter. We are not dumb. So this mandate or pampas, we shall start. So all of you can make your own song. I don't, people they make songs now. So there's a lot of it out there. Nobody wants to be bamboozled by a man who wants to steal their destiny again to buy pampas. Do you understand that? It's not me. You may not like the way I'm saying it. You may not like me. I'm just joking. Majority of you like it, Abi. You see, when they are building our hellfire. Do you understand that now? Some of you will go just share the same block together in hellfire. If you are laughing, I'm saying what people are singing. They are singing that out there now. Because you see, I heard that song from the same camp of the Buhari idiots, Lagos Abobakus, because Pastor Ruga want to be president too. But you know, Pastor Ruga is a coward. Somehow he is a coward, okay? It's not an insult, it's just the truth. I mean, the truth, okay? So Pastor Ruga want to be president. Initially, they were planning to announce Pastor Ruga sometimes after May 29. So now them, they are now saying, what is mandate? Mandate forum call, mandate forum ni. And on your mandate, all of them sang the same song before. On your mandate, Bola, on your mandate, Bola, on your mandate, we shall, blah, 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 right? Like that. But guess what? They are now singing, on your pampas, they shall stand. On your pampas, they shall stand. On your pampas, Bola, on your pampas, Bola, on your pampas, they shall stand. I didn't start this song. I heard it somewhere. That's the problem. They always think I make all these things up. Sometimes I don't make them up. I heard them somewhere. I pretend that I didn't hear. Like I just pretend. But when I come onto my Mayogun's Diary Political, I'll just let it out. So anyway, Osunbade and Co, they are now also trying to push the narrative that Tinubu is sick. So if I turn on my camera tomorrow and I start showing you some documents, videos, and all of that, even if the Lagos Abobaku are going to get angry, but it's not me. I am just somebody walking about. I'm just freelancing. I'm everywhere. You don't see me until when you listen to me and say, Mayogun, how did you know that? Mayogun, how did you hear that one? How did you get this one? But I'm everywhere. It's not me. I just have an idea of putting them together to warn you first and say, don't buy this product. This is going to be the end result. It doesn't matter if you listen to me or not. So they will destroy themselves. You get what I mean now? And those who are going to benefit from it, trust me, they are waiting in the wing. Sorry, my tea is cold again. I want to go to PDP, people destroying people. I'll go to them next, where Wiki just sent a salvo. Baba, if you are still pretty much up, like this video, share it if you haven't shared it, yeah? And I will be back in a minute or two. Let's go to Kano. Ọmọ mi ò sí banjo, ọmọ mi ò sí
Kano Tubingiwa. I'm here in Kano. Kano Kodame Kazo Africa. As incredibly humorous people of Kano will say, Garini Mba Kano Ba Gajinala.
Anyway, so PDP, that some of you are thinking will come to possibly rescue you from Boko Haram. I don't want to sound repetitive. You know the story. The people who brought Boko Haram are now the people who are back in PDP. Atifku, Sarakonda, Kwakwanso, I think he's back too. Yeah, is it? Okay. And you know them, Sha. Dino Melaye. Who else? So these are the people who are coming